right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up some advanced lists in your email marketing software. For this video, I'm going to show this using ActiveCampaign, and you can use whatever email marketing software you want as long as there's kind of one key step that's being followed here. And so when I go to my Zapier account here and then go to ActiveCampaign, there's an event that we need to have, and it needs to be this update contact event, or some variation of that. It might say something like change list, something like that. But when I actually click on it, I need to be able to set the list that this person belongs to. I've seen a couple other softwares out there. I think MailerLite was one of them where I couldn't update the list via Zapier. So this video wouldn't really work in this situation because I could only really add them into MailerLite just as a contact. I wasn't able to kind of choose which list they belong to. ActiveCampaign allows that, so it should be no problem here. Additionally, if you're using a software like Drip or MailChimp, which we have native integrations for, this video won't be much use to you because we'll actually automatically segment people when we send them over here based off these segments here: active, former, in trial, canceled. So what we're trying to do is actually going to try to replicate a little bit of this as much as possible using Zapier. So if you're using any other email marketing tools out there, this video should be pretty good for you. So first thing we'll do here, you'll note that in ActiveCampaign, I've actually built a few lists, and I'm going to show you how to add people into each one of these. And the first one being this like all Uscreen People list. And this one's as simple as basically it's just saying that whenever there's a new person added into Uscreen, and that would be this people tab, whenever they're added here, I want to add them into ActiveCampaign. So we'll choose that event, we'll test it out, make sure we have a little bit of data to work with. And then we'll go over to ActiveCampaign, and for our event, we'll just go create update contact. This event's really nice because it actually will do both, right? Like if they don't exist, it'll create them. If they do exist, it'll simply update them. And when we choose our list, we'll just go all Uscreen People, and we need to make sure that this is pulling some data properly, which is good there. And then I'll grab that person's name. In Uscreen, we capture their first name, their last name together. So that's perfect that they have a full name option here. Otherwise, if we didn't, you would kind of insert them one at a time here. And then, yeah, you can hit continue and you can hit test and review. Test contact was sent. So if we go back here and we go to all Uscreen People, we should see there's that email right there, which is perfect. Okay, so now let's do our next list. Let's go, where are we here? Lists, okay. Let's actually do this made purchase one. And so this is basically saying that I want to add people into ActiveCampaign if they've made any sort of purchase. So we'll go back to the trigger events here. We'll go paid order. We'll continue. We'll make sure we have some test data here. Perfect. If you don't get some test data for a purchase, like if your storefront's pretty new in Uscreen, you can actually purchase a freebie bundle. The total amount here will be for 0, which works perfectly. But then, yeah, at least you'll have some data to work with. Otherwise, when it doesn't find data, it's really hard to set up the next stages in the Zap because you can't really test them out. You can't really see if they're working. So very similar. We're pretty much going to do the same thing. You'll note that if you're switching triggers around, you sometimes have to re-enter this stuff. So I will go email here and full name again. Perfect. And we'll just want to switch the list over here to made purchase. And that's pretty much it. So if I test this, once that pops up, test and review, perfect, was sent. We'll go to made purchase. And there's a test here, which is awesome. Okay. So next one, this list is pretty important, but this is basically like you creating a list when there's a particular purchase made. So you would specify what that purchase is, and then you can add people to this list only if they satisfy those conditions. So back in Zapier, we're basically taking the same thing, except we're going to add a filter step between here. And this filter step, this will vary depending on which kind of purchase you're doing, but we're just going to choose the offer title. And if they're making a purchase for a one-time purchase for a video, that will still show up here. If they're doing a bundle, it'll show up here. And then I will go exactly matches. And we can kind of see what the data was there already. The basic monthly subscription. I think I have a space at the front. Let's delete that. And so we will then add it to, well, that didn't work. How come? Let's go contains. Okay, sometimes it's really finicky there. Even though there's no spaces, it didn't like that. So I put contains and now it works. And then we would just basically switch up our list here and we'll call it the bundle purchase. I should have called this list something like purchase the basic monthly subscription. Then it's very specific. But there's not too many situations where you might want to market to those people very specifically. Typically, if someone's a subscriber, you would have a subscriber list, which we'll actually cover right now. We have a list here called subscribers. And what we would do here, we would grab this paid order again, and we would set our filter. First, we actually need to go to Uscreen and go to your, subscriber list here. Subscriber details page here. So I have two subscriptions, premium monthly subscription, basic monthly subscription. They both contain subscription in the title, and it's not likely that a bundle or a video would contain that word. So what I would do, I would just go text contains subscription. And then basically it's saying that if any subscription is purchased, I want to add them to the subscribers list. So there we go. That is how you would do that one. We should be able to test this again. And we'll click on subscribers. There I am. Perfect. Okay, so lastly here, let's actually do one for canceled subscribers. So we actually have a trigger directly for this. So if you go to the first stage here, we'll go choose event and we'll go canceled subscription. We'll test that trigger. There might be no data to find here, which is fine. Just means that someone in my account hasn't actually canceled a subscription. I guess we could change that. Let's actually do that here. So this is really easy if you have a bunch of test accounts here, but let's grab this Joe Uscreen guy. I will simply assign him this subscription, and then I can immediately cancel that. And now you'll see he's in this canceled stage here. So hopefully this works. Hoping that even though I canceled it from the admin, it should still find it. It did. Okay, perfect. So we have subscription canceled. Now we have some data to actually work with. And interesting is we don't need a filter just because we're trying to say it doesn't matter which subscription they had access to. Is if they've canceled it, we're going to put them over into this canceled subscriber list. And we just have to reset these. Sweet, so that worked. So if we go here, we have 0 right now, but if we click on it, we should see the one person there now. Awesome. So there's a couple other lists that you could possibly do. And one might be like, let's say you want to have a list of trial subscribers. So if in Uscreen under subscription, you have, let's say a premium monthly subscription, you've got 10 days here. What I would typically do for that one, I would say when I have a paid order, and let's grab this one. And actually this one's using the basic monthly subscription. Let me just look at that one instead. See how many days. 5 days. Okay. So 5 days, we'll go like this. We'll actually filter this and we'll say when the product title, offer title contains, and I think that was just basic, right? So basic should continue. We'll do another thing here and we'll go delay. And we'll go delay for, oh, that was right, delay for 5 days. Perfect. So then at that point, I would have a list ready called trial subscribers. Or sorry, this would be like, I wouldn't put them in subscribers. until this date has passed. So what I can do here, it's actually interesting. We can do this two ways. We can add active campaign here. And so right away, we would put them in a list called trial subscribers. So that's how we would do it. So I don't have that list created. I can create it quick here. Okay. It's really nice. You just hit load more and it'll actually go fetch those again. So now I have trial subscribers here. Have that email, which is perfect. And then full name. Okay. And then we have, okay, we can just add them. And then we would delay it for 5 days. And then that's where we would then add them to the subscriber list. So it's kind of a 5-step Zapier, which works really well. First it adds them to trial, then it adds them to subscribers. So that's just a little, I don't know, a little tip to help you get thinking outside the box here. But there's a lot possible with Zapier. It's kind of just, you have to figure out some of the delays, the filters, that sort of thing. But hopefully this gives you some good ideas on how you can better use Uscreen to add people to sign kind of some customized lists using whatever email marketing software you're using. All right, take care.